Hey everybody, Terrio here. Let me walk you through a song I'm working on right now and take you along. I'm going to show you how I'm coming up with parts in real time, creating hooks, making the choruses lift, overdubbing parts, why I'm using certain effects. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, thanks for tuning back in with me. I work for a couple producers in Los Angeles where I'll build entire tracks and sell them tracks, or sometimes I'll keep them for myself, or if I'm producing an artist or whatever. And what you just heard was an example of that. I was working on it yesterday and had this little riff, and I thought I'll build a track around it. So when I say build a track, I usually start in Logic, and I'll use Logic software. I'll come up with a drum groove, some keyboard parts, sometimes not in that order, but then I'll transfer it over to Pro Tools and add real instruments, real bass, real guitars, that kind of thing. I like the keyboard sounds in Logic. I'm a limited keyboard player, but I can do enough to play on a simple track like that. So let me show you the basic riff, and I'll talk about how I would build this track with different guitar parts, which effects I use, everything like that. Here it goes. Here's the basic part. 2, 3, 4. So that's in A7, and what I'm doing is I'm playing an A triad. You can hammer on as well. I'm just sliding in. That's an A triad, simple, 5th fret, 1st, 2nd string, 6th fret, 3rd string, and then that's a little 7th, 6th, A6 move there, and then this next chord. That's a little cluster. I showed you guys this in the gospel vamp from a few lessons ago. That's the 7th, 5th, 7th fret, 3rd, 1st, 4th finger. Then I'm going up to an A7, 9th, 8th, 9th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st string, using my ring finger, middle finger, and pinky. So again, it's this, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and we continue, go up here, same cluster, starting at the 12th fret, and notice I'm sliding from a half step. D triad, same as the A triad up here on the 10th fret. And then back to our A7 triad. So slowly, that whole thing again is 2, 3, 4, 4. Okay, now we're going to go to the 4 chord here. So we start again, same thing. But that is a C triad, and I'm playing that C triad right when the chord changes to D. Instead of a D7, that's sort of like a D sus9, just a little hipper. So it sounds like this. 4, 1. Same walk down. So that's the main riff. Now I thought, okay, I got this riff, built this track, played the riff, sounded sort of plain Jane, and I thought, Cornell Dupree. Now, Cornell Dupree is a hero of mine. I love his guitar playing. And I thought, what would he do? phaser. Dust off my phaser. Any old one will do. This is the one I had laying around. Now listen how this riff comes alive all of a sudden. Let's hear it in the track with and without the phaser, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Without the phaser. With the phaser. So you can clearly see how a little bit of an effect like that can really make a part speak. All right, another little trick I like to do to make something pop is to add an acoustic guitar. So let's talk about that. I'm gonna add a little part. Now, I'm not just gonna double the electric. You could do that to add a little sparkle on top, but I'm talking about a part that's gonna support it but not get in the way. You're not even gonna really know it's there unless you hit mute on the board and you'd be like, what happened? Somebody took the salt away. That's exactly what I want. This part adds a lot to it. And what I'm doing is playing under it sonically. So this part is up in this register A. I'm going to play down here. I'm going to play a really simple kind of gut bucket rhythm thing, and it's going to follow the bass line, right? The bass line is... I'm following the bass line, but I'm going to do it with these chords. A, a D over an A, and that's an A9. It's kind of a, let's see, 5th fret, 4th fret, 5th fret, 3rd, 2nd, 4th fingers, 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string. So you get this, 2, 3, 4. Four chord. It follows the bass. Let's hear that in the track. So you want to think about space. So I'm going to let the electric guitar have it by itself. I'm going to come in with this guitar when the band comes in to give it another lift. Just following the bass. That's feeling good, so I'm going to go into the B section. Just strum. Double. Just tuck it underneath. Doesn't need much, and it really adds a lot to the track. Okay, I'm still feeling like that hook, that B section, can pop up another level. So what I'm going to do is add another part, and I'm going to show you how I arrived at this little part. I'm going to outline those chords. Now remember, it's C major 7, B minor 7, A. So what can I do on that to outline those chords a little more? I'm going to come up with a little single note muted part, and it's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is C major 7, but I'm actually playing a G triad. That outlines that C. And when it goes to the B minor, I'm making the change. B minor 7 to A. So it's a little arpeggiated pattern. 2, 3, 4, 1. And let's continue the chord progression. F, G, E minor. F, G, G. Now the chord goes to E minor. Where's my E minor? You know, what's really hip, if I could just stay on this G, that is actually just an E minor 7. Know your triads, kids. So So it sounds like this: 2, 3, 4, 1. F, G, E minor. It'll make more sense when I play it over the track. But before I do that, I thought, well, it'd be cool to have a little vibrato effect on here. So I'm using this funky old Boss CE1, my favorite sounding vibrato. It sounds like this: 2, 3, 4, 1. Adds a lot of character to it. Let's hear it in the track. Here we go with the effect. I'll try to call out some of the chords. C major 7, B, A, F major 7, G, E minor, F, G, walk up, E7 sharp 9. Now, while I have this sound, I'll add some little sprinkles on top. Maybe go to the 4. Vibrato is really fun to do those kind of quirky things with. All right, hey, I hope you guys found that useful. Try experimenting with your own parts. Think about composing parts. Think about sonic space. Don't just double every part and make it all the same. Think about supporting, playing underneath, frequency wise, if a part's really high, maybe play something supporting lower. You don't always need a lot. I hope you guys got a lot out of it. Give me a like, subscribe if you did. Even if you didn't, hit it. All right, see you guys next time. Terrio out.